Alright, hey guys, welcome back to Epic Reviews. And as you all see these four wonderful characters in Demon Slayer, I'm going to be reviewing the movie of Demon Slayer Infinity Arc. Now this basically takes place after Muzan traps all the Demon Slayers in the, what do they call it? The Infinity Castle in this movie. So that's what it's going to be mainly about. You know, them fighting the upper room demons in this movie, and these four are going to be the main ones that you'll be seeing in this movie. They each have their own separate fight with one of the upper moons, and it's definitely amazing. I was really blown away by how good those fight scenes were. They were so detailed, crisp. The colors were amazing. The lightning, the fire, what else? Water, sun breathing, water breathing, fire breathing, all just amazing. Now I will give a warning: if you have epilepsy, be warned, you will be seeing little flashes and stuff. It kind of made my eyes started twitching, especially with Zenitsu's fight. Yeah, the epilepsy was real with that one. Well, I don't have that. It just when you sit in the dark and the lights, it bothers you sometimes. Okay. Now one of my dislikes in this movie is when when the fights are so good and then they started cutting to a backstory of one of the characters in the movie. That really, it got on my nerves and pissed me off, and I wasn't the only one. Every time when a good fight is going on, it'll cut to a backstory, and the audience would start sucking their teeth and getting pissed off. I heard a whole bunch of teeth sucking when that happened. Even I did it and got agitated. It reminds me of, if you ever watched the anime show called Ragnarok, where the gods versus humans, when the fights are so good and then there's cut to a backstory. And so I think that's kind of where they got that idea from. Probably to save money on their budget. They don't want to spend so much time and money with the scene, with the fight scene and stuff. Cause I know it takes a lot of effort and time, and they probably really wanted to get this movie out to you guys and me as well, because they know we like Demon Slayer. And the way the last episode ended, it really got you on the edge of your seat. If you watched it from, you watched it on, what is it, Crunchyroll? That's what I watched it on. But yeah, but other than that, I really enjoyed this movie. I would say it's one of the first anime movies I ever saw in the theaters. So this is history on this channel. Alright, I was really excited, and it was pretty good. I just wish I saw it in XD. This was the standard, and it was still amazing. So yeah, that was wonderful. Now, the characters here, they each played a very big role in this fight, and this movie, because it's about them. So you won't be seeing the other Hashiras in action that much, because many folks focus on these guys here and female. Okay. Now the movie is about 2 hours and 30 minutes. To me, it felt like 3 hours, but if it didn't have so many backstories, I'd say the movie would have been about an hour and 30 minutes long. Okay, the backstories were, a few of them were pretty good, but most of them were just boring and just couldn't get into them. So if they would cut a little bit shorter with the backstories, try to make it short as possible, because it was just too longly drawn out, and just kind of, you get burned out with it. And they overused it too much with the backstories, and it was boring to a point where you just didn't really care about seeing about it, which sucks, because you do kind of want to figure out what's the backstory of the demons and what drives them to do what they do. And the same thing with these Demon Slayers also as well. Okay. Now, I will say the way the movie ended, of course, there will be a second part, and maybe a third part too. It depends on if they're able to fit everything into one movie. Well, in the next movie coming up, which I don't think they may be able to. It depends on how it goes. It go based on the manga book. Yeah, but I don't really. That's all I can think of at this moment. Want to make sure I didn't spoil anything. Just give my perspective, and I will say I'm really glad one of my high school buddies introduced me to Demon Slayer. Ever since I watched it, I had been hooked onto it when it first came out, and when he told me about it. So I want to give a shout out to my old high school buddy who put me on to Demon Slayer. And he been supporting me since when I first started doing Instagram and toy collecting and YouTube. So yeah, he's been around for a long time. I still remember that. But that's pretty much what I think of this movie. I give it a 4.5 out of 5. The music was great. I do just wish they brought back some of the old theme songs for the characters, because I enjoyed those, and you probably too. But that's all I can think of, and it was fun. And enjoy this video. Oh, and now I had to get back to playing Hollow Knight Silk Song. I tell you, that game has been. I've never been so frustrated with a game in my entire life. I literally broke 2 controllers playing that damn game. I mean the curse, but well, believe me, I've been dropping F-bombs, A words, and B words on that on this because of this game, and it's definitely a challenge. And I'm still getting my butt kicked. I'm stuck on the boss fight of Lacey, the second one, and I'm still trying to figure that out. And so I'm gonna go back and finish that. Hopefully I get some progress. Hopefully I won't be stuck on this boss battle for another 2 to 3 days like I did with the other stuff. I tell you, I spent so many hours trying to beat this damn game, and I'm still having a hard time with this. So if you're playing Hollow Knight Silk Song, I feel for you. The pain is real, the struggle is real, the frustration is real, and you may break a few controllers, which are PS5, and they are not, how can I put this, and they are expensive to buy. Cost like $80, so that's like $160 for me. I just wasted freaking game.